one. So I got rid of most of my eyeshadow collection because I was feeling really overwhelmed, and I did a massive declutter. And then here I am today with 2 new eyeshadow palettes. I have an explanation. These are coins. Okay, so I was thinking that I know I feel overwhelmed by eyeshadow palettes, but maybe I won't feel as overwhelmed if I get smaller palettes. So I'm trying this out and kind of see how it feels. And if it still feels really overwhelming, then I will take a step back and not buy any more eyeshadow palettes and continue to buy lipsticks. And if you guys have seen me, I have been doing a lot of lipstick reviews and I have been going a little crazy. It's like I decided to get rid of eyeshadow palettes and now I am becoming overly obsessed with lipsticks. Anyways, I was really curious about these new Morphe coins. I do like the Morphe formula and these look super cute. I have a different look on each eye, so I'm going to show you one look from each palette and I'm going to also show you swatches. So let's get started. This is what it looks like on the inside. The packaging feels pretty light. The plastic here is pretty cheap, but not super cheap. It still feels strong enough, sturdy enough, but doesn't feel high-end. It feels pretty light in the hand. I use this shade, this green one, and this blue one, and maybe this one. Yes, this shade actually looks too much like my skin, so I'm just gonna apply it all over my lid just to create a base because I don't think otherwise it's gonna be a useful shade for me. It looks just like my skin color. So then for my crease, I might need to go in with this dark shade over here. So far, the formula feels like a typical Morphe formula, which is like pretty soft, smooth, easy to apply. I think the Morphe formula is pretty good. Yeah, it's going in pretty easily into my crease, no issues. But it's looking a bit charcoal on my eyes, which is a bit disappointing because I love olive green. But yeah, it looks more like charcoal, like dark gray on my eyes. Blend it out a bit. Let's go in with the dark blue shade and pack that on. That's a beautiful color. That's really pretty. By the way, if you didn't realize yet, I'm doing a halo eye. This dark blue shade or like navy shade is really beautiful. It has a decent amount of pigment, so as you can see, you see the pigment on my eyes. Pretty easy to work with, no issues whatsoever. Now let's take this really pretty looking shimmery green shade. Apply that in the center of the eye. That's really pretty. It's applying really easily, smoothly. No issues whatsoever with this formula. Morphe formula usually is pretty good. And yeah, very easy to use. The shimmer looks really pretty. I'm gonna try giving the olive shade another try. And I'm gonna apply it in my lower lash line. See if that works out better. Yeah, it's not looking very olivey on me. It looks charcoal. Okay, I'm gonna take the center shade, which is this golden shade, and apply a little bit in the lower lash line in the inner part. Yeah, I might need to wet my brush for this one. I'm gonna apply a little bit in the inner corner. Not the best shade for an inner corner shade. It's getting a bit messy. Sometimes with Morphe shadows, you could end up blending them away a little bit, so you just gotta be packing them back on if you end up blending it away. All right, so here's the final look. I think it came out pretty nice. It was pretty easy to create. It took very little time, and I think it looks really good. I think this is a really nice addition to your collection. If you like collecting quads and quints, it is pretty affordable, and I like it. So now I'm excited to try out the other one, which is this one. Let's see, do they have any like names and stuff? I do think they have a name. Oh, they are travel themed. So this one, the blue and olive one, is called Welcome to Miami and New York Minute. I love New York. I grew up in New York, Queens. And yeah, I'll always have a soft place for New York in my heart, even though now I've become a Jersey girl. Jersey woman. I just turned 40, so only a woman will call themselves girls. I don't know why. I don't hear men calling themselves boys, but I digress. Let's get back into it. Let's just do quick swatches. Here's the olivey one. Here's the blue one. Pretty. You can see a lot of pigment. Here's this golden one. Okay, well, it looks just like my skin, but it's pretty. I'm gonna do this one. I mean, that one looks just like my skin, so. And the last one is this green one. Here they are. This is looking very cool tone. Like this one looks like a gray color. This one looks like a cool tone brown or taupey color. And then we have some purples here. I'm actually gonna go with this one in my crease. It's like a pink, but a berry, and a little bit of purple. But it's okay. Easy to apply though. Not super buildable. Beautiful gray shade over here. It's like a slate. Does that make sense? A slate color. I'm gonna apply that in my like outer part of my eye. Outer half. Definitely like, you know, sometimes blending Morphe eyeshadow can create issues. But they work out really well when you just kind of place it on your eye. Kind of place it. I think I'll take two shades. This one and this one, and apply both of them. Ooh, very pretty. Very beautiful shimmer. Very nice. Then I'm gonna take the center golden looking one. I don't know if I can see, the center one is not that impactful. Just gonna kind of soften the edges here, kind of blend them into each other. Nice. I think that looks pretty. This shade that I put in the crease, and let's try putting it on the lower lash line. I'm going to use a wet brush with the golden shade and see if that works out better. And I think it is working out better. You can definitely see more impact after using a wet brush. All right, time to jazz it up with an eyeliner. Here's the completed look. I think it looks really good. Like, why is my brain not working? Why can I not explain what this shade is? It's a very typical shade that is in a lot of palettes. It's like a mauvey, pinky, berry shade. Oh my god. Like a pink taupey shade. And then the pink taupey shimmer is really beautiful too. This is a charcoal dark gray one that I used. This is a pink one that I used. I did not use this shade. And the golden shade, which you can barely see, looks a little bit better if you use a wet brush. Final thoughts on these palettes is they are super cute, pretty easy to use. I enjoyed them. Are they like mind-blowing? No, but they're decent. I wish the olive green was a little bit more green because as you guys saw, it was looking a little more charcoal in my eyes. But the blue shade is really nice and the green shimmer is really beautiful. In both palettes, I had a bit of an issue with the light golden shades. It's just not, they were just not that impactful, but you could make it work if you use a wet brush. So the other palette, the New York Minute palette, I really like this one too. I like that sort of like taupey pink shade and the taupey pink shimmer. The gray, dark gray shade is nice too. And I think the taupey brown will look beautiful too. I think I prefer the New York Minute one, this one, just because the olive green one disappointed me from the other one. But I think they're cute, they're nice, and they are decent quality. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. If it was, make sure you hit that like button, and I will leave the links down below. If you're interested in purchasing them, they will be affiliated links and they help support my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.